Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the channel. It's Nick here. Today we're gonna talk about the build for the Necromancer Permablock tank. And main purpose of this build is to cause a distraction. So whenever your enemies are sieging towards your keep, you're gonna have to push towards the back. And during a particular siege, you're gonna have to push the siege line, right, and burn siege, and also to revive your friends because get quite a good deal with the alliance part. So you just pop this alliance part and you'll be invulnerable. So you just pick up res. But the thing is you have to wait for the pot to cool down. And let's look at the stats. 34 on the health, 13 in the stam. This is my stats right here. This is with the amp buff, so you get a little bit extra. And I'm running the Ritual Mundus. I go over the skills. First skills, we're using the Hungry Sight. So this is your main healing. Heals for quite a good bit of amount, and you get some additional healing from every other targets that are there, and it scales with max health. Immovable, so this will actually grant you CC immunity by 65% plus a 5% for every heavy piece. So I'm currently running 6 heavy pieces and 1 medium, so it gives me extra 30. That's why it's at 95. And it also slows your movement, so I think it's about 95% movement slow. And expunge modify is your cleanse plus resource regain, so you get like 1k resource back for every 2 negative effects that you cleanse. So aside from this, reduction to your cast, it's okay. Defensive stance, you get additional 10% block increase, reduction to your block, and the cost of blocking, no brainer. Spirit Guardian, 10% less damage. If you're good, you can actually swap this at the back bar, swap it with Race Against Time, and probably swap on Necrotic Potency for the damage reduction 3%. I prefer to have Race Against Time, so I'm going to keep it at that. And the last skill is the Ravenous Goliath, your ultimate, so it's going to give you 30k health, and it heals. There's an aura, healing aura for everyone that is standing on your aura, get a certain heal, so you can use it to when you're running scroll, picking up res, or whichever. Back bar, it's actually a flex spot, so you can either run a bow or a two-hander. So sometimes I run a two-hander, sometimes I run a bow, depending on what's the situation. So I run bombard and also magnum shot. These are two skills. And turn evil for your stun. If you're in a group, you can swap this out for uh, the altar for your buddy, and bigger packing armor for that pull. You can go for the other morph, but I prefer to use this morph. And race against time for that extra movement speed. And if you're in a group, I'd recommend you go for the healing ult, the res ult. So either morph, but I personally choose renewing animation. That's the skills. And for the sets, I'm currently running 2-piece Stonekeeper, 5-piece Cyrodiil's Crest, 5-piece Battalion Defender on the front bar, and back bar doesn't really matter. Any bow. You can put on the Black Rose Prison bow if you're running the Magnum shot, or if you're running a two-hander, you can go Asylum Maul. I don't have the Black Rose Prison yet. Just too lazy to farm it, so any bow would do. So yeah, infused on the two big pieces, chest and hips, and sturdy on the rest. You can go health on the three big pieces if you don't have the tri-stat. 3 big pieces health, and the rest you go for stam, including the shield. But if once you're fully decked out and you can go for the tri-stat, just go for tri-stat for all of this. And infused on the uh, jewelry, bracing enchant. So this is actually very important. It reduces the block cost. So mine currently is at 300, which is very low, and you get it back almost instantly with the expansion modify. Yeah, and you can put poisons if you want, and decisive on both bars for the extra ultimate. It can be quite handy at times. And Stonekeeper, it's pretty handy. You get some resource back and a little bit of health. Mainly your health will be coming from Sylvia's Quest plus your scythe. So other sets that I'm using depends on the situation. I run Harbingers and Poet, Warriors Poet. So you can run either the Warriors Poet Helm, or you replace it with the Pale Order, or if you're feeling you have less resources, you can actually Stonekeeper and Warriors Poet on your like this. But I do recommend that you put Warriors Poet on the body pieces instead. The reason why I don't have it like that is because I just don't want to farm Harbingers on the jewelry and also the weapons. So I currently, I think I have Harbingers on the jewelry, just not the weapons. So if I do, I'll just swap it the other way around. Um, Other sets that you could consider is Sylvia's Crest and Warriors Poet. Um, You'll be slightly more tanky with more health. I went with Battalion Defender because you get more healing uh, that way. And whenever I'm running a scroll, this is my build. I'm running Warriors Poet, Sylvia's Crest, One Piece, Stonekeeper, and Wild Hunt. So I'll be quite fast. And one thing to take note when you're running all this, it's good to have your Spirit Guardian up while you're at it. The reason is because you get additional stam regen, as you can see on the bottom. It's at 1.4k. Without the Spirit Guardian, it's only at about 1.1k. So it's a huge difference in terms of your stam regen. And uh, for if you're running for a huge distance, it's gonna make a lot of difference. So as you can see, it's at 1.1k, and when I put on the Spirit Guardian, it's at 1.4k. So you can consider putting on Leeching as well. These are the sets that I've considered. Iron Blood, I just don't like the movement decrease because I'm running immovable, so it's pretty slow already, so I don't run it. Harbinger's Crimson, I've never put it on before. Kitties, Leeching as well. You can consider Leeching for a little bit of extra heals. Alright, and I'm using these are my parts, the Alliance part. So health for the immunity. The tripods is when you're really low on health and all stats really. Basically when you're dead and someone res you up, so you're gonna have to trap the tripod for all your resources. The stamp part, these are my build, right? And for my defensive loadout, it's basically the same for all this and over here. So you can swap this for anything. Probably just the normal pipe ballistas, but I have a lot, so just gonna use this. You can actually try and go for the Lord, I think, the one that has extra health for as a Mundus, and yeah, Tri-Stat Boot, best in slot, and I'm also a Imperial. It's the best in slot. You get quite a lot of, you get some health, stam, and a little bit of healing whenever you deal direct damage. Yeah, so basically for PvE, it's useful for PvE as well. PvE, you're gonna Maybe you want to slot on the inner beast, and probably go for blast bones or boneyard, whichever. So if you feel that your team is really running low on health, then same thing, alter. The rest are pretty stagnant, don't really change a lot. Or if you find yourself in need for more health, I would swap Race Against Time with Mortal Coil. You get a bit of stam. Yep. And yeah, basically that's the build. It's easy, and for my CP, basically the green tree and the blue tree doesn't make much difference. But 72 into Break Free, 3 into Sprinter, 56 into Mooncalf, 15 Alchemist, 49 Tenacity, 9 into Tumbling, 66 into Shadow Ward. You get a Treasure Hunter, the Wind Running, and also the Mara skill. It's not really important. For the blue tree, you get this Foresight, so 27 into Blast, 48 into Outborn, and 66 into Master at Arms. Just something over here, it doesn't really matter. Just to get the Butcher. It's not even that great. 40 into Precise Strikes, 37 into Piercing, 43 into Mighty. You get the last stand. So it's more important for your red tree. You get the reinforced, which would be just a little bit of damage shield. So you get 51 into Ironclad, 35 into Spell Shield, 34 into Resistance. You could go either way since these are flat amount, and this one is your jump point. And Critical Leech, you get some healing when you deal direct damage. Critical damage, so it'll actually prop off your Hungry Scythe. So Hardy, 32 into Hardy, 23 into Elemental Defender, 20 into Thick Skin. And Infusion, this one is more for a resin build, doesn't really matter, so I put 75 into Quick Recovery. So that's the CP. Basically, this build, you're very tanky. Whenever you're trying to res an ally, since right now they don't, at the point of recording this video, you can't res an ally using this ultimate, so you're gonna have to manually res them. So if they drop, you just pop on the immovable, take the spot, and then you just pick up your res. Similarly, if you're trying to take the scroll from the pedestal and you're afraid that someone will knock you, will bash you, so you just have to take the part, and just before you take the scroll, you're gonna have to put on a scythe, just so it'll break your invisibility, because you can't take scroll while you're invisible, then you just take the scroll. So yeah, it's a pretty decent build. A lot of people has been asking me for my build, and there you go. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, just leave it a comment below, and I'll try and answer my best.